Woke up next to Sharon in bed. I jumped around naked on the bed, screaming the Poltzes are open for business right now. She told me to shut up and go downstairs, so I made my oats. Bob's red mill with 5-grain flaxseed. I added some almond butter, stirred it around. Then I played some video games. I thought about writing a song, but instead I called Cragie up on the telephone. I said, John, I'm having a hard time getting through this day. He said, don't worry about it, man. Do whatever you want. So I went out for a couple walks, took a Spanish lesson on Duolingo. Next thing I knew, this cruise was leaving and I jumped aboard. So Elon, that's what I actually did this week. Dear Elon, this is what I did last week. Dear Elon, I never thought with you I'd speak. Don't fire me, no one will hire me. I'm just a dumb folk singer with no resume to speak of at all. I woke up earlier than I normally do to a call from Poltz, because he's 2 time zones ahead of me. He forgot where I live, and I coached him through his morning. I figured it was time to get up. I went down to make some breakfast. I normally have been doing 2 eggs and hash browns with my new naturopath, Dr. Sarah Silverman, no relation, unfortunate, to the comedian, which I kind of hoped it was going to be that when I made my first appointment. Even though it's very logically not gonna happen, but anyway, she's wonderful. She wants me to do my breakfast with some Greek yogurt and some granola and berries, 18 grams of protein. I did have some yogurt, but it wasn't Greek. It was Lithuanian and only had 3 grams. So I had to walk to the natural groceries. That's what I did. Dear Elon, this is what I did last week. Dear Elon, I never thought with you I'd speak. But don't fire me, no one will hire me. I'm just a dumb folk singer with no resume to speak of at all. Walking back from natural grocers with my Greek yogurt and my granola, keto, paleo friendly. I remembered I had a show with Steve that night, and so I got on a plane. I got to Nashville. I said, hey Steve, I'm in Nashville for our show. I think we should get together and rehearse a song for the night. I said to Cragie, let's go play frisbee golf, because in East Nashville there are a lot of frisbee golf courses. And you should bring some gummies. And then we'll get to work on what we need to do for you. I brought him some gummies, my favorite, my 5 milligram wild WYLD elderberry. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, kid. We dropped 2 of those. We decided to go play frisbee golf, but there's too many frisbee golf places in Nashville, and so to make it easy, we thought we'd Rochambeau to pick one. But I'm a math guy, so I said we ought to do best 7 out of 15. We kept losing count, so it took a while. But then I realized they were the wrong gummies, and he thought that they were 5 milligrams of THC, 10 milligrams CBD, but instead they were 10 milligrams THC with 5 milligrams CBG LGBTQ+. We were both a little messed up, you know, and found ourselves on the 5th hole. I looked at the clock, I said, damn, Steve, not only are we higher than we should be, but we are late to our gig. How are we gonna get there? I looked over and there were 2 Lime scooters, as if God had put them down for us. We hopped on those Lime scooters on our way to the Ryman Auditorium, wind blowing through our hair.
It was at that moment I said to Cragie, by the way, I got a lot of bills due. How much are we actually making tonight?
I said, well, Steve, no matter what we're making, remember you have to cut it in half because of with manager fees and taxes and stuff like that. It's a callback. That crushed in rehearsal, by the way. We were dying during that part. Where were we, Steve? Steve was like, that's going to be the highlight of the song when you do the callback to the John Cragie School of Economics. And I said, no doubt.
So then we called up our mannequin, Phil Heinsohn.
No, we didn't do that just yet. Sorry, this is my fault. I fucked up. There we were, standing below the Ryman Auditorium. We looked up, and not only were our names not on the marquee, but the whole place was locked and closed. We got so mad, we called Phil. We said, Phil, what's the problem, man? No one's here, our names are on the marquee. And Phil said, guys, you idiots. That show is next week. And it's not in Nashville, it's on Cayamo, in the theater. And we said, oh, dear Elon, this is what I did last week. Oh, dear Elon, I never thought with you I'd speak. Oh, don't fire me, no one will hire me. I'm just a dumb folk singer with no resume to speak of at all.
Alright, here's your part. Dear Elon.
Dear Elon,
this is what I did last week.
this is what I did last week.
Dear Elon, never thought with you I'd speak.
Oh, dear Elon, I never thought with you I'd speak.